Okay, listen up, besties. It's time for a winter glow up, starting with the ultimate snack upgrade. You're busy, it's freezing, and let's be so for real, who has time to cook? Atkins Strong Shakes pack 30 grams of protein, low sugar, and they come in chocolate peanut butter, milk chocolate, and vanilla. They're perfect for staying fueled. And if you're not a shake girly, try their new sweet and sour gummy bears or their chocolate truffles for a cozy treat. And for my coffee queens, the Vanilla Mocha Latte Coffee Protein Bars will have you covered. Get 20% off site-wise with code AFTERCURFEW20 at shopatkins.com. Trust me, you can thank me later. Haley Jordan.
Hi.
Welcome to After Curfew.
For having me.
Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, just like somber voice. It was giving Britney Spears to me, actually. I was like, is Britney with us? I just saw something today about, what's the ex's name? Sam
Asghari.
Yeah, he was like speaking out about their relationship. I'm like, let's not.
Is it bit?
First of all, silence
I haven't
yourself.
heard anything about that.
I forgot he was on like a podcast. Kate Hudson, does she have a podcast?
I don't know.
I'm just making shit up.
Yeah.
No, he was on like a podcast, but he
Okay.
was like talking about the conservatorship and all this stuff. I'm just like,
Don't speak on it.
don't speak on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, have you seen, I mean, we're going to get into so much other things, but have you seen the Wendy Williams conservatorship?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on it?
I feel sad. Like,
I know.
I think there was some kind of thing to do with like Wells Fargo and she's being like screwed over. And it's like Wells Fargo is like now like in on it. And I'm like,
That
even
was
the bank?
Fargo. Because I saw the documentary
Mhm.
and I'm a Wendy stan.
Mhm.
Like, I love that bitch.
Mhm.
And she was like not talking in the documentary. Like, they acted like she like could not speak. And then
Yeah.
it's like, no, she went on the Breakfast Club like 2 weeks ago or like a week ago. And she's like completely cohesive. And she's like, they're like basically, she can't really say it without saying it, but like, they're like making her look mental.
Totally.
So just
That's what they did to
side
Britney.
tangent, but with Britney, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I'm
what
like,
they did to her.
okay, now it's Britney's social media is absolutely insane. The dance videos.
It's a lot.
And
That's
you
a
do
lot to
dance
defend.
videos. So it's like, what are your thoughts on the twirls? Do we ever bring those in?
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah. I mean,
of
you have to
course.
do a Britney twirl.
In a loving way.
I know.
It's kind of like poking fun, but like in a loving way. Like, this is someone that I've grown up with, I look up to. And like the reason why I'm a dancer is because of Britney Spears. Like,
Oh, same. Yeah.
she's like, I would just dance in front of like watching MTV. And like, that's literally how I learned how to dance. And no, she's like the reason. And even Caleb too, like the fitness marshal. Like,
yeah.
we became friends because we love Britney Spears. So she's played a long like role in why I am who I am today.
There is nobody that I will ride for. Like, I
Yeah.
can give a shit about any celebrity,
Mhm.
but if you want to talk about Britney Spears,
Mhm.
it's done. Like, Chris, what was that? Leave Britney alone.
Mhm.
No, we need to leave her alone.
Leave her
Oh.
alone. Just let her be.
So obviously, like, you do fitness, you do dance, you do all that fun stuff.
So fun.
So what, like, are you very like new year, new me? Are you like same? What is it? Same year, same bullshit.
Same.
Different year, same bullshit.
Yeah. Same bitch, different year. That's my vibe.
Okay.
Even like dry January, I'm like,
Did you do it?
no.
I don't.
I'm literally in wine school right now. Like, I'm getting my wine
a
certification.
sommelier. What
It's
is it called?
it's the pre-som. It's a pre-som course.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing right now. So like, I couldn't do dry January.
No. She has wine to study and drink.
Yeah,
you guys.
I have a lot of wine to drink. I just do this thing where I love being in school.
Mhm.
I love being in school. I love the structure. I love like learning.
Okay.
And I don't know how to stop myself. Like, during the pandemic, I literally went back to school for pre-law for no fucking reason.
Did you like graduate?
No, not yet, but I'm 3 classes away.
Okay.
I'm like,
Congratulations.
but like, for what? Like, I literally have a full-time job.
right.
But like, I just feel like, I don't know, like, I love dancing. I've been doing it my entire life,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something that I'm already good at.
Right.
And so I like to do things and like exercise my mind in different ways.
yeah.
You know? It's just like a compulsive need to have like a check, like checking off a to-do list. I love accolades.
Were you like an overachiever in high school?
Absolutely. No, I mean, like, yes, but no.
Okay.
Like, I have like in my adult age been this way more so than when I was younger.
Interesting.
Because all I did when I was younger was dance. So I woke up one day, I was like, I'm a dumb bitch.
No.
all I know is how to twirl.
No, but that's okay. But that is a skill,
It is a skill, but
and it's
I'm
an
like,
art form.
It's just like second nature to me. So it feels like I'm
Yeah.
not like exercising my
Exercising.
brain.
I can understand that. Yeah. I mean, okay. Like, were you a perfectionist because of your dancing?
Totally.
Isn't that so crazy? I feel like
Totally.
so many people that are in the arts, like dancing, acting, whatever it may be, you become so like fixated on achieving this like idea of perfection, which is like do you ever feel like you finally got to that point?
I feel like I finally let that go.
Yeah.
That like part, like the dancing part of it, because like I feel like I'm not the best dancer in the room, but I feel like I believe in myself and I continue to do it longer than maybe more other people. And so now it's my job.
Yeah.
It's like kind of sometimes just like, how long can you keep doing it and like not give up?
It's like a YouTube channel or whatever. It's like it's so little to do about your actual talent. It's like if you're actually putting the 4 videos out a day, or if you're actually going to the dance class every day and recording yourself and like putting yourself out there, it's like you will gain the traction. You'll obviously get better too because you're like doing your craft. But I think that's such a good point. Like it's more so about just the consistency.
Yeah.
When did that start?
It's been 10 years we've been doing this.
Have you guys known each other from high school or like how did, okay. All from Minnesota?
No, from Indiana.
Oh, period. I'm just making shit up. Indiana. You're not from Minnesota.
Period.
My bad.
No, yeah. We all went to high school together. All 3 of us. And then Caleb and I have been best friends since we met pretty much. And we just like love dancing and like being stupid together. We were in show choir together and we've just always been dumb. Yeah. And we just kind of made that into a business.
That's crazy. And all 3 of you really, you don't have any side hustles. Like you're not like serving or like you're just really, that's
what we do.
I mean, that's so impressive to build.
It's taken a lot of time.
Yeah, of course. I mean, 10 years. But that just goes back to like the last conversation. Like if you were just consistent with something, you can really like build this like multi-million follower like page or like whatever you want with your friends and like really flourish and like be successful.
Yeah, it's just like, and also people can tell if you love what you do and like if you are authentic. And I think that we have something that not a lot of other people have, and we have like that friendship, we have that like authenticity that like a lot of people maybe don't have in the fitness space, especially, and like inclusivity and like being imperfect and like messing up a dance like on the video, but like leaving it in because like who cares, like just not taking ourselves like so seriously, I think has really like proven to be successful to us.
Right.
But it's just because we're goofy.
Yeah. But I think that's more like, for me at least, I like to see like the stutters, the like imperfections, because it just shows like, okay, you're human. I feel like a lot of times too with like fitness, people are so like like you have to be perfect. Like you have to be these like little skinny Bella Hadids, and it's like no, like everyone so many different like shapes and sizes. Yeah, it's like you don't have to be like the snatched queen to be like moving your body and feeling good about yourself.
Totally. When you, at least for me, like when I started doing it, I did feel that pressure of like I need to look like this and I need to sound like this, and something like shifted, and I felt people reacting to me and like liking me more almost when I was like more myself, funny enough, and like messing up or like being kind of a bitch, like, you know, just speaking my mind or whatever it is. And people seem to like that realness. So it's like what's been missing from whatever they're doing in their like life, their fitness, whatever it is. And so I just leaned into it.
Yeah.
And I think that we all kind of did that, and it worked.
What was like the shift do you think that was for you?
I think we started, so we do like live streams on our YouTube memberships. People like will pay and they'll work out with us, like live stream with us. And we started taking these videos and like cutting them down to put like short form. And we didn't know like if anyone would care, but they're just like funny blooper moments because we mess up so many times in the live stream, or like we bicker, or like I'm like, you got to move around, type of thing. And I just started cutting those down and putting them like on TikTok or like whatever. And people like really enjoyed watching it. And so once I felt like I can just like relax and like dance and be myself and like be sassy and not feel like people are going to be like, oh, she's a bitch.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I kind of like calmed down and I was like, okay, it's going to be okay. I could just be myself. Yeah. And that was a big turning point, I think, for all of us.
Yeah. I mean, it is scary to be your authentic self. I feel like for me, like that happened with age. Like the older I got, I was like, okay, the less fucks I have to give.
Totally.
And just like being comfortable in your skin. But I think also like just putting yourself out there and like being like, okay, like either love me or hate me.
Yeah, like whenever like people, and it really doesn't happen that often. I can't sit here and say like I get flooded with like mean comments. I don't, and I'm very fortunate. But like there'll be a video and like they'll pick out like it'll just hit the wrong side of the internet, and I'll just be like, these people are just like sad. Like this is like this is like they have to like stop what they're doing in the day to say something like that on my page. Like that is sad for them.
Yeah.
That's like, just how I think about it.
It's like, do you not have a job?
Yeah, like get a job maybe.
Like, let's get a grip, please. Thank you.
A relationship, like
something.
Just keep yourself busy.
Yeah. No, it's so bizarre. Like I don't know what like intrigues people to be like, yeah, let me write something really shitty about somebody I don't know. It's like
that also like doesn't make any sense. Like there was like one video I posted, like me and my best friends, we like made up like a Shania Twain dance when we were drunk, and we just like did it, and someone, not even just like someone, it was like a flood of comments talking about how my socks were dirty, and they were like, you must have a nasty ass house because your socks are dirty. And I'm not kidding you, there are hundreds of comments, Facebook, hundreds of comments, and I was just like, this is actually the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like and then also, you're paying my bills, bitch.
Yeah. I know. It's like, I guess the engagement.
That's
a positive.
You're weird.
People are insane.
I'm a goer. I love going to the gym, but some days it's like, even today, like going to Pilates, like I'm so sore, but I was like, I know once I go, like I'm going to feel so much better. But I think that if you have a healthy relationship with working out, it becomes less about like making excuses or giving yourself grace. Like you're just like, I'm not working out today. And like that is so freeing.
Yeah.
Like just not giving it like so much thought, like putting so much emphasis on that. And like I found ways, like the days that I'm like, I absolutely can't go to the gym right now because like I will lose my mind. I have this to do, this to do, this to do. Or like I'm just like not in the mental headspace. I'll just like go on a walk. And like that's so nice.
Yeah.
Like to just like be free of like, unless I have to pay a fee if I skip. And then I have to go.
Yeah, those fees. Like
there's no
there's so many times where I want to like cancel a class and I'm like, fuck,
no,
gotta go.
Bad.
Yeah. Unless I'm like severely hungover, like gripping to my life, then I'll usually like
that's a valid excuse.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, like being hungover and trying to go to workout class.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy.
No. And I've made that mistake so many times. Like I'm at the bar with my friends, like, oh, we're going to Pilates in the morning. I'm like, no, bitch, we're not.
That's always how it goes down to. It's always those days where you're like, oh, we'll have one drink, we'll keep it cute, and then it's like you're like 5 drinks in, somewhere in WeHo, like lit at the Abbey or something like that.
Yeah.
Actually, not the Abbey because I feel like I
only go to the Abbey for drag brunch because all my friends are drag queens.
Oh, okay.
And so I go there on Sundays.
Is it fun?
It's so much fun, but it's like it's a downward spiral from there.
Anything in WeHo is going to be a very. You're not going up if you're going to WeHo because the 2-for-1s. the water
is heavy.
No, that's what it is. It's like literally all vodka.
Oh yeah,
splash of water.
Oh yeah,
if that. The only times like I've blacked out maybe like twice in my life.
Same.
Both in WeHo. I couldn't even tell you what I remember falling down.
Oh my God.
And like a whole brigade of gays came and caught me, and I'm like, thank you. That's why another reason why like going on WeHo is so fun because it's like there's not gonna be men.
No,
but there are the creepy men that will go.
There are, but you can see it from a mile away.
Yeah,
it's spot them from a mile away now.
Yeah, you either got a secret or you're like
straight
predatory.
Yeah,
it's weird. You guys ruin our fun. Straight men just ruin the fun.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, you guys. Do any like straight men do your guys' dance programs?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh my gosh. On like tour, we'll meet
you guys go on tour?
We go on tour sometimes.
Brittany.
Okay,
Brittany. It's Brittany, bitch.
We've literally been on a mall tour like Brittany has, and we were like, we're in a mall tour.
Do you remember those early 2000 mall tours? Have you been to one?
I haven't. I was like pretty young. You were pretty young.
Oh my God. I just remember seeing those. Like I remember NSYNC came to like a local mall.
But you grew up in Chicago. So you were like in a big city. I was in bumfuck Indiana. No one's
what part of Indiana?
You would not ever know. You couldn't find it on a map.
It's that small?
It's so small. It's called Marion, Indiana.
Marion? How many people?
I don't know, like 30,000.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say 30.
30 people.
I was like...
And it's a college town too.
Okay.
Now, because IWU, Indiana Wesleyan's there. Like you must have heard of it. You're so close.
Indiana Wesleyan?
Yeah.
Wildcats?
Very Christian. Yes.
Is it really? I just fucking pulled that out of my ass. I'm not kidding. I actually have no idea.
Just sounds right.
It just sounded like, I'm like,
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Okay. I was thinking like High School Musical to be real.
Totally opposite of that.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's wild though. So you guys really, the three of you just came to LA with dance moves and a hope and a dream?
No, literally. We got a reality show.
Excuse me?
Moving us from, like, they were documenting our move from Indiana to LA. And it was like this Verizon like platform that has since gone under like completely.
Okay.
And really we just wanted someone to pay for our move. And so
how did you find these people?
They
found you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly I don't even like remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we got here, and it was called Life of a Fitness Pop Star. And it was so funny. Like cringe to me, but like objectively funny because it's just so reality show.
Right. Did you guys like make up like fake drama?
Like kind of, but like not really. Like
it was just the three of you.
It was us three. Well, the girl who used to work with us before Allison did, and then Cameron, who is Caleb's now husband.
Okay.
He's our manager.
Okay. I love that.
And so it's like the four of us were all like 21 years old, and we're like, we're on a reality show. Like, let's go to LA, I guess.
Are these like videos accessible? Like,
no, they're not. I have them on a hard drive.
We're gonna have to do like.
And Caleb only brings them out when he's drunk and wants to embarrass me.
No. Is it cringe to see like, okay, for me, high school, Jillian, I would rather like drink Clorox than like see myself in high school.
Couldn't pay me to go back there.
Really? Was high school like pleasant for you or no?
I think it was pleasant.
Yeah.
It was like okay.
Okay.
I think I did so many like extracurricular activities. Here we go. I love being busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like in dance team, show choir. I was like dancing at my studio 5 hours a day. And like I worked at McDonald's. Like I was busy.
Yeah.
But I think it like gave me a lot of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really care about the school part of it. Everything else I like. It was like my reason for being there was like my friends, my dancing, my show choir.
Show choir. Show choir is so extra.
It's so extra.
Like Glee.
But without the show choir, I wouldn't have my job now because Caleb and I, like, that's how we became friends.
That's so, yeah, it's so like serendipitous where it's like those little moments, like you're like, why is this important? Like, we don't know yet. But then it's like, yeah, you guys like met and then you made this whole career.
So weird.
It is like mental. And like, who would have thunk? From
not me.
What's the town? From Little, what is the town?
Marion.
Marion, Indiana.
Marion, Indiana.
I love it. Is it like a farm town?
No, it's like just sad.
Oh. People, if we have any listeners from Marion, Indiana,
I'm scared. That's why I'm scared to say it.
Formally fucking apologize. Because clearly it's not.
I was just there, and it's just like I love my people there so much. It's just like a town that used to be like super like lively, and then like the factories went, and the factories went, and the factories went. And everyone like lost their jobs, and like so it's just like one of those like old factory towns. And so it's just like I feel like most people who live there just kind of like want to leave.
Oh. Damn.
That's just
dark.
I had to go. That's why I had to go. I had to get that reality show and get out of there.
So I feel like a lot of times, like we get so hard on ourselves when we like go off the rails. So like what would be like your advice to somebody who either, it doesn't even have to be a fitness, but it's like, I know like, okay, if I go out like the next day, I feel like shit because I'm like, I should have woke up early. I should have stuck to my routine. I should have done this. It's like, how do you combat that?
I just like make a list. I just make a list like what can I realistically get done today that's just going to make me feel like I did anything.
Yeah.
Whether it's just like taking a shower.
No, for real. Yeah.
Making lunch. Like just like those like tasks that I'm able to just like check off of to-do list, like basic tasks.
Yeah.
Makes me feel a lot better because like I said before, like I love like, you know, I did this and I did this and I did this. And that makes me feel like, okay, like I'm getting moving. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm being productive.
Yeah.
But I do think that sometimes it's okay to just not like you had a fun night, like you went out and like you hung out with your friends, and that's just like you don't have to like get like plastered. I probably will. But
yeah.
But like I feel like that's just important for the soul as it is like to, be productive and like do all the things that you need to do, because it really does like fill my heart. Like it sounds like so silly, but I love those nights out with my friends like in WeHo or like whatever, because I don't know, it's just like fun, having a good time. Like that's important. Like being social is just as important as like being fit or like eating healthy. You know what I mean? You can't like be a weirdo sitting in the corner, like just head down, like doing your workouts, doing this, doing that, and like not looking up to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be miserable.
Yeah.
And so I just have to take the good with the bad and like realize like it's all a balance.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that I've gotten better at, like with age, like not being so like, I don't go out as much anymore because the hangovers are worse.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But like, yeah, like I plan for that then. Like if I'm going to go out, then like the next day, like I need to be able to not do anything. I need to sit down. I will be useless.
Yeah.
And like, that's so nice.
Yeah. Like you said, like just have like the balance of not like beating yourself up. Like if you fall off track, like, or you go splurge on a meal or whatever, it's like, you can't be so like mad at yourself because one, again, like we're all human. And two, I feel like having those like off the scale moments are a little bit like,
I don't know what life's about.
Right, that too. But yeah, it's like I think it like gets you more close to your like goals in a sense.
Right.
Because if you're like, oh my God, sorry. So, like, I was like trying to push down my bra and it like just fucking backfired. This bitch tried to sabotage me on camera. No, but I do think it's like, yeah, you have to kind of fall off in order to get like right back on. Like I know for me, like creating like the content, like I fell off for like a couple of years and I like, just started my YouTube back again, but I'm like, oh, I feel so much better because now I know what I want to do. I'm more aligned, I'm more focused. So I think sometimes, especially in the fitness community like you're in, it's like people get so in their fucking head like, okay, well, I ate this chocolate bar, so the rest of the week I guess I should, fuck off and like sabotage myself. But it's like, no, it's okay to just get back on track.
Yeah, I think it's like when you have those moments, it like almost like strengthens your relationship with whatever it is that you're battling, whether it's work, whether it's like your fitness. Like you have those moments where you get off and you get back up, but like you're realizing that it's just a part of like your life. Like if you're chasing this like goal for your entire life and like not taking a second to like have like a little bit too much fun, like that's going to be happening for the rest of your life. You're going to fall off for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So like if you're going to beat yourself up every single time that you fall off, like how much time are you wasting? Because like this is something you're going to be chasing forever.
Yeah.
So like you might as well just get up and just like, okay, what about it?
Right. Yeah.
Not waste so much of your energy on the like thinking about it so much.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like you have to like really like retrain your brain.
Mind fuck.
It is.
Yeah.
Because I will find myself like, I mean, not so much anymore, but like I used to beat myself up like about dumb shit. And it's just like, the fuck cares? Like nobody gives a fuck.
No one cares.
Yeah.
That is the whole thing. It's like no one cares about like what you are doing. Like just do you. It's going to be okay.
Yeah. Like what would be your advice for people who do give a fuck?
I guess maybe just like go back to the why. Like what is it that's making you care so much? Like, why are you doing this? You know what I mean? Like really like break it down. Like what is getting you so like wound up and like whatever it is that you are like trying to do that you can't just take one step back. Is everything going to crumble because you take one step back and like do something else for a second or like think about something else or like go for a night out or like have a nice meal? You know what I mean? Like, is everything going to crumble? Like, is everything that you did so fragile that it's going to crumble overnight? No. And so like, I would just go back to like, what is this all for? You know what I mean? And like, just stick to that and not the like, okay, what's going to happen now? I was in a relationship for a very long time, from when I was 16 to 26. And I was very just like, like not really thinking about my future in the sense of like what this like person and I want to do in our future. I was just kind of like, I was very much a person who was like in survival mode a lot of the time. And so I felt like I was just constantly like, okay, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And I did that a lot in that relationship, even though like I knew it was someone that I was not going to be with forever. I was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
And I think that it was almost like a codependency thing, which I can't even imagine now because I just am so hyper independent in this version of myself. And like once I, finally like had the balls to like leave this relationship, nothing bad happened. It just like was someone that I grew out. We just grew up like together, but then apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I came out of it on the other side, like spending 2 years just like by myself, like learning to have a good time, like by myself. And then finding myself in a place where I knew that I didn't need anyone else, and that anyone else I would meet now, like they would need to add to my life. I didn't need anyone to like make me happy, or like I didn't feel lonely. And so I'm glad that I grew out of that. Like, it's fine. Like everything's fine. We're gonna stay together. Like it's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, no, fuck that. Like everyone, like he deserves better than that. I deserve better than that. So that's something that I'm pretty grateful for that I grew out of.
Yeah. I mean, I think also when you're young and it's your first relationship, but what you said is so true. Like finding the comfort and being like, I am good with or without. Like I'm solid. I don't need anybody. I don't need anything.
The best feeling in the world.
It is so freeing.
Yeah.
And there's so many times, like, especially like in your 20s, you really do feel like you need the relationship, you need this. And it's like, oh, the codependency. It's just like, if you just sat with yourself, like you could, I don't know. I feel like so many times there's like, you just rely on like other people or things. And it's like, you really don't need to fucking do that.
So especially after like the end of this relationship, I had the mental like space to like do something. Okay, what I can do like this. And I didn't realize how much energy I was putting into this. It was like sucking me dry.
Yeah. And
like once it like left, like all this stuff started happening to me. Like all these good things started happening to me. And I was like, oh my God, I should have done this earlier.
I know it's so crazy because when you are in something, you just have this tunnel vision and you forget that you have options and choices and thoughts and like things that are outside of a relationship. And I think for you, obviously you got into your relationship like at 16, like a child.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, like I feel like we put our like blinders on and we're just not seeing, oh my gosh, there's so much more.
Totally.
And the universe will truly show you, like anybody who's going through, like deciding if they want to get out of a relationship or not, or like something that's unhealthy, whether it be like a job, whatever, friendship, there's so much more on the other side.
Totally. And that's something that I
learned. And if you just understand that, but it really does take like the trials and tribulations, that word. Because I had a similar thing where I was with somebody for a hot minute, not like 10 years, because that's crazy. You guys spent a decade. A whole last decade. You guys spent like, yeah, like you were together in the 90s. Oh, wait, no. Is the mathing? Oh.
I'm like close. No.
Okay, well, whatever. You guys, I just got off a late flight. Just leave me be. But anyways, okay, but I'm saying like it really is like one of those things where like I knew something was so wrong for me too, like my past relationship. But then I finally was like, oh my God, wait, I could do so much more. Like I could do so much better. And the abundance that will come in when you just serve yourself. Like we're so, and I don't know if it's like, yeah, it's kind of like a people pleasing thing where it's like we think that like that's serving us. It's like, oh my God, if you just like told that person to fuck off, or you just stood up for yourself or got out of that relationship, it's like your life can be so much better.
Like I feel like I'm almost addicted to doing it. Like I'm almost like addicted to like standing up for myself and like not people pleasing and not settling for less than what I deserve, just because I feel like I wasted so much of my life doing that. So now I'm like I've like overcorrected a little bit, but that's okay.
Just like got your fucking Karen haircut on and became like again a major cunt. I love it. Yeah, but sometimes no, you have to get a little cunty. I think it's fun to be a cunt.
Well, people love taking advantage of people, and so I'm not the one.
About friendships, I think it's interesting that you guys have stayed friends, because for me, I could not even tell you anything about the people I went to high school with.
Oh yeah,
I just like left and I just
that's so
got my
fair.
bags, went to LA, and I just never looked back. But I do think that's a really like beautiful thing to have such lifelong friends, because those friends have seen you, like they've seen the 10-year relationship, and like seen you out of it. It's like,
yeah, I think that we have a very special friendship because we are able to tell each other whatever it is that we're thinking, whether it's like good or bad, or maybe the delivery is not always the best, or like whatever, what have you. Like we've been in so many fights, work or otherwise. You know what I mean? It's like equal like friendship and work fights.
Yeah.
But like, I think the way that we bounce back is like so beautiful because I know now, like, it's not for everyone. Like working with friends is like not for the faint of heart. I would not suggest it to literally anyone. The only reason I do it is because it's just kind of happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like people who like go, they're like, oh, like me and my best friend, or like me and my roommate from college, like we're going to do the startup. And I'm like, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea because you just need that like foundation of like trust that most people I don't think have with like anyone. And Caleb and I especially, like we've been friends since I was 14. So we've been friends for like over 15 years now. And like we had a base like friendship that was so already just like special. And I don't know. It just like, it takes a lot of work. And it's also just something that you can't plan for. And it be like earnest. You know what I mean? Like it's just like not ever a good idea.
I love how like you created a whole career, but you're like, I done it. But
I did
do not recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's like, it's hard, but this is over like, you know, it's been 10 years of us working together and we were like babies when we started this.
Right.
Like I was like 20, 21 and we had no idea what we're getting into and we were really figuring it out by ourselves. And like, it's always just really been us four like doing stuff. And, we made it work because we knew we had to, like back against the wall. It was like this or we can't make rent. Like it was this or we can't eat. Like we have to like figure this out. And we did and we did.
Yeah.
You know? And like that's really nice. But that being said, like we get in our tips, but like we're like a family now. It's been so long. And I think we both like we're all doing something that is so not about us that I think that no matter like what fight that we have, the minute someone like brings up like, hey, at the end of the day, this is like not like about us at all. This is for like the people who follow us and like how we make them feel. And they're counting on us to provide that for them. And that kind of, it changes the perspective of like whatever it is that we're fighting about. We're like, this is so stupid.
Right.
Like it's not about us at all. Like we're just merely like facilitators of the fun.
So how did you break being a people pleaser? Because I feel like it is so hard, and setting the boundaries, being a cunt.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such like a skill that you have to work at.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, like I said, like it just took like living and like age.
Yeah. I don't want to say I'm 100% cunt yet. But
Okay.
I try so hard.
She's in her cunt era. She's approaching her cunt era.
Yeah. I feel like just every time that I did not stand up for myself, or every time I didn't say what I needed to say in that moment, nothing good has happened from that. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I just say what I needed to say? Why would, like, it's always served me a 100-fold, whether like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then that's something that I try to do with like my friends, and like I like have a lot of friends who are just very people pleasers.
Yeah.
And I just like, they'll text me like, this person like wants this and this for me, or like someone will like be talking shit about them or whatever. And I'm just like, you got to tell them that you teach people how to treat you. And like, that's something that Oprah said. And
thank you, Oprah.
And literally when I heard that, I was like, that's so true. Like if you are going to let people walk all over you all the time, they're going to continue to walk all over you.
Yeah.
And especially in like this business and like being in LA and like, you know, you have like sketchy people like wanting things from you. You have to just be like, I don't want to be like on guard, like everyone like is after me, but you have to have a good sense of self and like what you're worth and what you deserve. And that takes like standing up for yourself, even when you feel like, like I don't know. Like
the people who don't like your boundaries are the ones that are trying to push it, because anybody who's an actual friend or like has your like best interest at heart is not going to fuck you about or like make you feel small or like make you feel like you even have to people please. Like, do you have like certain friends that you feel like on edge with, or like
not
can't
anymore.
fully? Okay, she said.
Like, that's the thing is when you start like having those boundaries and like not people pleasing and like seeing things for what they are a little bit more, like you just kind of can see through the bullshit like way easier. And I'm just like, I have so many beautiful, wonderful people in my life who want the best for me and I do them. And why would I be wasting my time on someone that I'm unsure about? It's a two-way street. Like you have to put in what you want out of it. Yeah. And if you're not doing that, then like you don't deserve me as a friend because I feel like what I pride myself on being like a really good friend and I put a lot of energy into my friendships. That's kind of like what it's about. And when you're an adult and you have to work and you have this and you have this and you're so busy, you have to put in the time with your friendships, relationships, whatever, in order for them to actually thrive. It's not just like get a coast. That's my 2 cents.
No, I have, like when I go out, I have my standing jeans and I have my sitting jeans and you would not catch me dead.
Please tell me what these sitting jeans are. Inform me.
I feel like I don't even really, like after the pandemic, I don't fuck with jeans.
No.
I just don't. And like if they don't have a little stretch to them, if I can't do the splits in them, can't twerk in them.
Give me a jegging.
I'm like, not a fucking jegging. Did you see we're bringing back skinny jeans?
No.
I just saw like Alex Earl did this whole campaign with this company and I'm just like, I don't know. Like it took me a really long time to like get over that we're not doing skinny jeans. So now you guys are just bringing them back and it's kind of.
I think it's really rude. And I have like 80,000 pairs of jeans and I will wear none of them. That's just me searching.
No, I hate that.
Searching, online ordering a pair of jeans. I'm like, oh, these are the ones. And then just like never returning them.
Well, because shopping for jeans is like an emotional experience. It's either going to go really, really well or it's going to end in fucking tears and like have me questioning myself and like I'll be in like a drive-through parking lot because it's like, it's just sweating my ass off.
Sweating.
Trying to pull it like over my ass cheeks. Like I'm someone who got a little bit more of an ass back there and I'm just like, if it doesn't stretch.
Not happening.
It's not happening for me.
Jeggings.
That's
like, the ad for
bring
jeggings.
Back jeggings. Bring them back. No, and I love a good crop top. A lot of people are like I had a friend who we're not friends with anymore.
Slay.
Speaking of releasing friends, but she told me like I couldn't wear crop tops anymore.
Why?
Because I'm getting older, and I was like, first of all. Crop tops have no age limit.
No.
I will be 60.
No article of clothing has an age limit.
And be rocking my crop tops.
Yeah.
Do I have, like, is 90% of my closet crop tops? Yes. Is that a problem? Probably. But crop tops are, like, I love a good crop.
Yeah, and it's flattering. Like, if you have, like, for me, like, I have hips and, like, I have boobs. And so, like, wearing, like, Gen Z outfits, like, full on, like, slouchy, like, I can't. Because I'm like, where... I think millennials were like, where's our shape? Like, where's our French tuck?
Well, because we were raised by freaking Tyra Banks.
No, literally.
Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks raised us and gave us body dysmorphia issues.
No, it's bad.
It's sometimes I'll like I've seen like videos like some of the America's Next Top Model and I'm like, how did we watch this and be like, this is fine? It's so bad.
But it's hilarious to think that was just on national TV.
And everyone was so cool with it. It's
everyone
like,
was eating it up.
Oh my God. There was like this one that I just saw on TikTok. It was this girl. She was probably like a size 4 or 2. And she walks in. They're like, okay, well, you're a plus size model. I'm just like looking. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Kill me.
That is one thing. Like, I'm just so glad. Like the music from the early 2000s, iconic, but like body image issues and shit like that, so bad. I feel like the generation, like not aging us, but like the generation, I can't talk today, you guys.
Okay.
Oh my God. Before us or after us. I'm sorry, I just had a stroke, you guys. Just back to one. Gen Z, I feel like they're so much better at like the body, like everybody. We're all in different shapes and sizes.
They're also not drinking as much. Bring back the party era.
Bring back like the clubbing. I feel like clubs are in a flop era.
Yeah.
And drinking is kind of in its flop era, which I don't know if I'm mad at because like, I don't know. Are you like an edible person?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm like heavy on the edibles. So I'm very.
Can I tell you a story about the last time I took an edible?
I would absolutely love that. Yes.
So me and my friends, we went for like tacos and margaritas because we were going to go to the movies after to watch Elemental, like the Disney Pixar movie.
Okay.
And so we get to the AMC Burp or City Walk where they have like a little bar up there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm having a glass of wine, like waiting for the movie to start. And I like smoke here and there, but like I don't do like a lot of weed. I used to be a huge stoner in college, but like I just found like it just didn't hit me right a lot of the times, like when I started like in my 30s, like literally this year especially.
Yeah.
But so one of my friends offers me a 2.5 milligram like sativa edible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like scared, but not like, I'm like, okay, I can handle this. But so I take this edible and we're in the movie theater and it like starts to like, we're watching the short. We're watching the, what's it called? The Pixar short before. And I'm sitting in between my friends and I'm like, I start like reclusing. I just start like going like this. And then my friend leans over to me. He's like, it's hitting me right now. Is it hitting you right now? And I was like, yeah. So literally like I have some peanut M&Ms in my hand and I'm just like trying to eat them, like thinking that it'll make me feel better. Like maybe it'll like subside the high in some weird way. And at one point I'm literally like, the movie's just now starting. I'm full like fetal position. Like I feel like I'm like coming down with like the flu. Like my face is pale. I have like this like cold like wash over my body. And I'm just like literally like in the fetal position, like still eating my M&Ms. And my friend next to me goes, hey, I'm about to go to the bathroom. I was like, look, I'm gonna come with you. I'm gonna come with you. And I go down there and I'm like, I have to go. Like, I'm gonna throw up. Like something is happening to me. And she was like, your face is so white.
Oh my
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And so I was like, okay, well, I have to go up to like, I'm gonna call an Uber. Like, you guys take my car home. Like, I got to get out of here.
Gotta go.
And she's like, okay, do you know the way out? Like how to get out of here? And I was like, yeah, I got it. And then she watches me like walk out of the AMC and go the complete wrong direction. And she was like, okay. And so she literally just like literally like is holding me like over her shoulder, just like, what is happening? And then we get to like the roundabout where they're doing like the lift pickups. And I just like find a cement wall and I just like plaster myself on it and just like slide down.
What?
And that was the last time I had an edible. And they make fun of me to this day for it. It was really traumatic.
2.5 milligrams?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Mm-hmm. Something happened to me that day.
Something happened.
Something happened to me. But I had a margarita and a glass of wine and then an edible. But like college me would have been like, this is a party.
Yeah.
29-year-old me was like not so happy.
Not the case.
Mm-mm.
And that's the thing with being high. It's like that shit will hit you. Like it's like you don't know you're high until you're high. So like all of a sudden you're just like, oh my God, I'm high.
And you can't escape it.
And you can't. That's the thing with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You can sober up.
Yeah.
Like I can sober up real quick. Like
Yeah.
if something happens.
Or like you throw up and you're good.
Yeah, you can do a cheeky little throw. I can never be that bitch. I wish I could.
My friend did it the other day and I was like really impressed.
It's really
Oh
impressive.
she threw up in the Pisa Palace.
Excuse? What's a Pisa Palace?
Oh, Pisa Palace is a brilliant Indian restaurant in Silver Lake. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
But it's like a nicer like restaurant.
Yeah, you don't like throw up. Like you don't get lit and throw up at the Pisa Palace.
Pisa
That's
Palace.
like that's WeHo
Mhm.
activity right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean people like did you do WeHo if you didn't throw up?
No.
No, that's the only way to do WeHo.
No.
Any other drugs?
No.
You're wired.
I'm clean
we're
as a
wired.
whistle.
The cops are outside.
Imagine fitness influencer found doing.
Yeah, that's gonna be the headline of this podcast. Fitness influencer turns bad.
No, I'm actually such a goody two shoes. It's like so annoying. Like I know just weed.
Yeah.
I've never been like that party girl. I've always been like I'm like the drinker girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's like always been like, oh, like let's take shots. I'm always that girl.
Okay.
But otherwise, clean as a whistle. I'm like the total antithesis of like every fitness influencer ever. I just like to,
out.
yeah.
She hates
I just like
the
to work
daytime.
out. Just-
Yeah. But no, I think that's what makes you guys so relatable.
yeah,
And funny.
just going out.
Yeah.
Caleb especially.
I
He's
mean,
a crazy one.
is he in WeHo?
Oh, when he's in WeHo, he's the one buying like 16 shots of Fireball that no one asked for. That's
Those types of friends, like
Caleb.
the shot friends. I'm just like,
And we
save
enable
your
each
wallet
other.
and save our souls.
Yeah.
Like
Go
we don't
save
need
your
it.
wallet. He's like, how did I spend $500 at the club last night?
Mm-mm.
I was like, it's literally the 6 rounds of Fireball shots that you force us all to drink.
And out of like any other liqueur,
Fireball.
You actually like Fireball.
It's more of the like nostalgia of it. We're from Indiana, right? We love like Fireball, like really bad liquor.
Oh my God, the wine cooler is like the Smirnoff Ice.
Oh, yeah.
I used to drink those back in the day, like as if they would do anything.
Tasty though.
They were so good.
Really tasty.
Like Smirnoff, you really did something with those.
You really went off.
You really popped off with those, babe.
Like, where's the brand deal?
No, literally. Hi, sponsor us. The dragon fruit Bacardi.
I've never had that.
Oh, bitch. I can
my
still
gosh.
smell it.
Oh, like in a bad way?
In a really bad way.
That's how I feel about it, Burnett's.
Oh. It's like licorice vibes.
Yeah, it's like just like candy vodka like style,
Oh.
like Pinnacle. Like
Oh,
those.
hell no. No. What were we thinking?
I don't even know. Nothing. Pour. Bring the party girls back.
No, that, okay. We need to revive the party era.
Even though Paris Hilton is like kind of won this entire time, like Lindsay Lohan is just getting her life back together and she looks amazing.
The work that Lindsay Lohan has had.
Give it to me.
Babe. Who's the doctor? What was done? We need the list.
Yeah, I want the
she
exact
looks
thing.
she looks like she like reversed the clock 10 years.
Mm-hmm. So does Christina Aguilera.
No, Christina Aguilera, what? That's the one I'd like, I'm like, how?
Like that's not just Ozempic. That's like
It's Ozempic
witchcraft.
mixed with like 500 other things. But whatever
Love
it
it.
is,
I would
serve it
gladly
up,
take it.
Put
I was
it,
like,
yeah.
Looking into, not because I want to take Ozempic, but like I was just like, what is this like all about? And then I saw that it makes you like more fertile. And I was like, never mind.
Is it really?
Yeah. People are like having like way more babies now because they're on Ozempic because it like levels at your your hormones in a way that like makes you more fertile. I just watched this like entire like podcast about it yesterday and I was like, fuck that.
No.
I have a lot of friends on Ozempic too who like don't need it, but they're like on it. And I'm like, just be careful.
I know. I think it's like one of those things like with like Botox and filler and all that too. It's like, and I'm not saying I fucking love Botox.
Botox
but
up.
Oh, same. Well, no, I'm like, I need to re-up.
I can't move anything.
It looks great.
Can't do anything.
That's the best feeling though. Like, I'm like, and you like can't see anything.
can't-
and
am
like,
I being a bitch?
just
Am I
love
being,
it.
like,
and the
loving?
Botox glow?
Yes.
Oh, bitch.
Oh yeah.
But all those things, it's like we don't know what the side effects are yet. And
Mhm.
it's kind of diabolical like that we're just so like, let's do it. Like, no problem.
I think it's like a really good, it's kind of a snapshot of how people feel about themselves a little bit. I think just like it's about the culture as a whole because we're so, and I'm also like guilty of this in like whatever way, just because like I'm human, but
Yeah.
like especially women, like we're just like, whatever it is, like I just want to be skinny. Like whatever, I'll just do with it, whatever, like, I just want to be skinny. And like that is, I totally understand like why women especially feel that way, just because that's what society has like forced upon us. And then society likes to judge us when we do things like that, even though they're the ones that like started it.
Yeah.
And so it's a very like interesting thing that is happening right now because it's like coming like after this like self-love like revolution. And then it's like, Ozempic.
Yeah. Like she really came out of the woodwork.
She came out and you can like be on Ozempic and still have like love for yourself, but it's just like a, it's like a teetering like thing.
Right.
That we just don't know like what is going to come of all of that. And people are very quick to like, instead of even going to see a doctor, they're just like, I'm just going to go online. Boop.
Yeah. Like the fast
Mm-hmm.
fix. And it's just so deep rooted with us, like especially like you said with females, where
Totally.
it's like we're supposed to not age, we're supposed to like stay snatched and like look so youthful. I feel like Gen Z like needs to like switch it around and have it be like aging is cool. Like I feel like one generation is gonna be like, ew, you do Botox, don't you want wrinkles? Like,
Right.
wouldn't that be so cool?
That'd be, I don't even know what that would like. I don't even know. Like even in my own mind, I don't even know like how I would feel about that. I have to
I
do
know.
so much unlearning because I'm just so used to not seeing wrinkles on my face because this is what I've been doing.
I know.
Because I was 25 because that's how I've been made to feel.
We love Botox.
And I love myself too.
And we love ourselves. No, but she will do it and do it again. I will say that.
Even like what we do, we just try to preach just like self-acceptance, like self-love, yeah, but like not every day you're gonna look in the mirror and be like, I love what I see. Some days I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And like not letting that get to me on those days is like super hard, but like the more you practice it, the better like it is.
Yeah.
And so like now, like I will have, like the holidays, like you're traveling, you're doing this, like you're not keeping up on your workouts. Like I'm going to look a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like I love to eat and I obviously love to drink wine and like whatever. And I like to enjoy myself, and not my every day doesn't like just revolve around going to the gym, and like that's not how it should be. And so I feel like this new like era of mine where I'm trying to like stand up for myself and like accept myself for who I am every day. Like all of these things that kind of like measure up to like loving myself, and I might look different every day.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
The way you hype up your best friends, like you need to have that type of like love and like those like kind words. You have to bring that back to yourself. Like you have to be your number one hype person. And until you like really comprehend that, like, why are you being mean to this vessel? Why are you being mean to this thing that gives you like amazing things, makes you so beautiful, funny, allows you to fucking walk, like do all these, like, it's just like, why beat yourself up? It's not that deep.
Yeah. And like, even just down to like, and everyone is like, especially women, like we're so hopped up on our appearance.
Yeah.
And I think that as I've gotten older, it's just like, I feel like how I look is like the least interesting thing about me. You know what I mean? Like I have so much more to like offer the world than like, having my makeup set, even though it is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just like one part of like who I am like as a whole. And I think like once you like practice that like feeling, like things just kind of like shift, your priorities shift, how you feel about yourself shifts, and like you can show up in other ways, like for the people that you love, or like for yourself in other ways as well. And so that's something that I also like to keep in mind whenever like I'm just like feel like I'm out of control. My body isn't like what I want it to look like or whatever. I'm like, this is one part of who I am as like a human. And like this doesn't take away the fact that I'm a good friend, a good girlfriend, a good daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Not to fixate on the exterior. Okay, so what is, and it doesn't have to be about dating, but what is one piece of advice that you would give somebody? Like, what is the best piece of advice that you've ever heard?
I don't know if it's something I've heard. It's just something that I believe. That if you are yourself, and this goes with anything, it goes with relationships, goes with friendships, goes with work, if you're making content creator, like whatever it is. Like, I feel like just actually, and this seems so simple, being 100% yourself 100% of the time gets you so much further than being someone else. And it sounds so simple, but like leaning into who you are, people will trust you. They will believe in you. They will be inspired by that. Like people are so inspired by people who are just themselves. And that is like, I feel like what's gotten me to where I am. And like everyone that I know who is like, they're such great people, like great things happen to them. You know what I mean? And that's just like my number one thing that I always like try to remember, like be your fucking self all the time.
Yeah. Like authenticity wins.
Every single time people can see their bullshit, like especially with the internet nowadays, like there's so much fake and people just want something like real and like flawed and silly, goofy, like not taking yourself too seriously all the time. So that's my advice.
Love it. Yeah. Well, Haley, thank you for yapping today.
Thank you for having me.
I love that we bonded over Britney Spears for like 2 hours.
Like, that makes sense.
No, it definitely makes sense. It's like the millennial, the dance. Both dancers, both millennials.
Both from the Midwest.
It's Britney, bitch. I love it. Well, thank you for being on After.
Thank you.
I gotta reach. I just didn't even say my own podcast, right? I'm like, After Curfew. Well, thank you for being on After Curfew. This is such an awkward outro now that I stuttered. But we're going to keep that in because we were talking about not being perfect. Let the flaws shine. Period.
Thank you.
Thanks, girl.